The camera slowly pulls in toward the door. A female voice can be faintly heard yelling and crying. The door opens and it's Ricardo. He stands by the door for a moment while the female voice can be heard a little more clearly. He sighs, enters his car and drives away. Montage. Ricardo gets messages. He drives around the city picking up and dropping off people. He drives a somewhat beaten up car that he uses as an Uber. Ricardo looks at his watch and it's still early, but it has been a good night and he decides to take one last fare. Ricardo arrives to pick up Luna, an attractive woman wearing a revealing tight dress. She's been crying. Luna? Yes! They drive off. Ricardo can't stop looking at Luna, who's trying desperately to stop crying. He pretends he doesn't see her. Luna notices Ricardo looking at her and tries to compose herself, wipes off her rundown makeup. Do you have a tissue? A tissue? Yes. A tissue, Kleenex, toilet paper, something to clean my face with. Oh, yeah. Ricardo reaches to open the glove compartment and hands Luna a box of tissues. Luna takes a couple and cleans her face, attempts to stop crying one more time. Is it okay if I smoke? Ricardo is still dumbfounded by how attractive Luna is, can't get a word out and just shakes his head, then reacts. Yes, of course. Luna reaches into her purse and gets out a joint. You got fire? Ricardo pushes in the car lighter and after a few seconds of uncomfortable silence, the lighter pops out making a noise. Ricardo offers the lighter to Luna, who proceeds to light her joint. A moment later, Ricardo finally forms a sentence. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be nosy, but can I ask, why are you crying? What is it to you? I'm sorry, you're right. It's none of my business. It's just that I think to myself, here is this woman who seems to have life all figured out, crying. Do I look like that? I mean, you're beautiful. You're wearing nice clothes and overall you seem like someone who's settled for life. Well, I guess I have no reason to cry then. I'm sorry, I just thought maybe I could help with whatever is bothering you. You want to help? How about you drive me to my destination? I'm sorry. It's fine. A moment passes and Luna lets one more tear roll down her cheek. She looks at Ricardo, who's concentrated on the road. Her joint is almost gone. It's about a guy. What's that? I was crying for a guy. My fiancé. Maybe ex-fiancé, I don't know. You shouldn't let anyone put you down, especially the ones you love. I guess when someone has money, they feel like walking all over people, even the ones they claim to love. Well, you know what they say. What do they say? Money does not buy happiness, and I bet whoever said that didn't have any money. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but it's comforting to think that even without money you can be happy. I suppose it's possible. Okay, how about revenge? Would that make you happy? You can count on me if that's what you want. Luna stays quiet for a bit as she finishes her joint. I want to surprise her, since we haven't seen each other in a couple of days because of work or social commitments. Life can be hectic. Yeah, I know what you mean. My wife and I go through the same thing from time to time. Sometimes we barely see each other for a couple of days. We always make it work though. I thought it would be nice to relax for a bit and just enjoy each other's company. But when I went to see him at his office, the door was half open. When I was getting ready to go in, I saw him kissing and holding a woman. I could tell she was trash. How did you know? Her dress was clearly a knockoff one, and her shoes looked like they came from the Goodwill bin. Can't imagine how you must feel. Like shit. Like a dumb fuck. I feel stupid. The way I see it is not you, it's on him. Best you can do is forget about it and move on. Putting on a ponytail and whipping off the tears of her face. Fuck it, just take me home. We'll see what happens after a few tequila shots. You should not drink alone, it's better to have a clear head. I am not drinking alone. You're drinking with me. What? No, I'm sorry, I can't. You offered to help, and you also said that I should not drink alone. So, were you serious or just full of shit? I mean, I don't know, I was talking out of your ass. I just say yes. When was it? Okay, great. The car pulls in a driveway. Luna gets out of the car. Ricardo looks at her walking away and talks to himself. Just a drink, and that's it. Nothing more. After this, you will go home to your wife. Luna gets to the front door and turns around, signaling to Ricardo to come in. Ricardo exits the car and joins Luna. Both enter the house. Luna and Ricardo enter the living room. Ricardo is a little nervous, looks around and tries to relax. It looks overpriced? Nice. Fancy. Have a seat. I'll get the drinks. What's your poison? Huh? What are you drinking? A beer will be fine. What? No. Save that for your uncle who says Sunday barbecue. We're having a real drink. Luna grabs a bottle of tequila and 2 glasses, brings them to the table next to Ricardo. Now we are going to drink till we don't know where the fuck we are. The 2 of them drink the shot of tequila. Another. I shouldn't. Luna ignores Ricardo and handles the glass to him. Montage. Luna and Ricardo drinking and having fun, ending up with them kissing passionately. Clothes are laying on the floor. 2 shadows in the bed making love. Luna and Ricardo laying on the bed after having sex. They are cuddling. Ricardo looking at the ceiling, contemplative. Penny for your thoughts. Why did we do this? I'm going to say because we were drunk. I know, but that's not what I mean. I know what you mean, and sometimes things just happen. This was a mistake. I have to go. Ricardo gets off the bed, starts dressing frantically. This was wrong. I need to go to my wife and explain everything to her, and I hope she doesn't. Luna grabs Ricardo by the wrist, stopping him from finishing. She looks at him. Don't go. At least not yet. I can't stay. I'm sorry. Okay. You don't have to stay, but can you at least take me to confront that asshole? What? No, this is very complicated as is, and I don't want to get in between. You already got in between. I'm just asking you for a favor. It's the least you can do. Ricardo stops dressing and sits on the bed, contemplates the floor for a minute. Please, I need to do this. I don't want to go by myself. How do you know where he is? He hasn't come back home, and it's not like he's going to take that woman home. I'll just drop you off, and then you're on your own. Fair enough. Ricardo pulls into the parking lot. Okay, here we are. Okay, here we go. I hope everything goes well for you. Same for you. Bye. Luna exits the car, slowly walks towards the building. Suddenly, the door opens and a handsome tall guy walks out accompanied by a humble-looking woman. They are smiling and looking at each other. Suddenly, they notice Luna walking towards them. Their smiles disappear. Ricardo follows the action, and as soon as he sees the couple, he gets out of the car and he can't believe what he sees. The woman walking out of the building with Luna's fiancé is his wife. We flash back to the discussion that we heard at the beginning of the story. Now from Ricardo's wife's perspective, we see her grabbing her phone and texting someone to setting up a date. We also flash back to Ricardo's wife and Luna's fiancé in his office, fooling around while Luna looks at them. Ricardo is frozen with anger, a shitload of emotions going through his entire body. He doesn't know what to think, how to feel. He takes a deep breath and tries not to cry, gets back in his car and drives away. An undetermined amount of time later, Ricardo sits on the couch alone holding a divorce certificate. The camera pulls back outside and the door closes. Luna sits on the couch looking outside the window, holding a glass full of tequila. Takes a sip, gets up, and the camera pulls back from outside the window and she closes the curtains. Luna's ex-fiancé and Ricardo's ex-wife argue passionately. She points at a phone and throws it at him while the camera pulls back, passing the doorway. The door closes. Fade to black.